I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 insane stories about burglars and robberies you might find amusing. Carl Gugasian was a PhD student and a black belt that robbed more than 50 banks in the United States. He was known as the Friday Night Bank Robber and has been labeled the most prolific bank robber in American history.
24.
In 2008, a robber put up an ad on Craigslist asking for construction workers. He told them to wait outside the Bank of America wearing a specific uniform. He then proceeded to rob the bank wearing the same construction suit and made his getaway with all the decoys unwittingly standing on the corner.
23.
Jay Leone, a 90-year-old man from California, was shot in the head by Samuel Cucciarelli during a robbery. The 90-year-old was unfazed though, and said to the robber, "Now it's my turn." He then proceeded to shoot the robber several times in the abdomen.
22.
Air Force Captain Nicholas Aquino was arrested for burglary while entering his own home. He was then charged with resisting arrest and obstruction of justice.
21.
In 2012, Charles Smith, high on bath salts, broke into the home of 79-year-old Irvin Brittnacher. Irvin, a former bull rider, throat punched Chris and knocked him out.
20.
Although Charles Pretty Boy Floyd was hated by some, he was also loved by many because at every bank he robbed, he would destroy all the mortgages, thus freeing people from their debts.
19.
In 2008, the oversized cookie hanging above the entrance to the Balsen Company in Germany was stolen. The thieves demanded that the company send cookies to charities. After the company complied, the cookie was returned.
18.
After a Croatian woman died in her apartment, she wasn't discovered until 35 years later in 2008 when robbers broke in.
17.
Julia Popova, a 22-year-old Russian woman, got into a fight with a mugger, successfully freed herself, and made it home, only to discover that she had been stabbed with a large blade in her neck. Ugh. Mm-mm.
16.
In 1971, a robber named Katko broke into an Iowa farmer named Brinny's house. Brinny had set up a booby trap because he was tired of getting robbed. The trap shot Katko in the legs, who ended up suing for damages, and in the end, the robber won the court case.
15.
When the Chamorros, natives to Guam, met Magellan, they started emptying his ship because they had no concept of ownership or private property. Magellan, thinking they were stealing his things, named Guam the Island of Thieves.
14.
Bruce Lee's son Brandon came home to find a robber in his house. Brandon chased the robber around until the robber picked up a knife. Brandon, however, managed to disarm the robber and hold him until police arrived.
13.
3 robbers once broke into Swedish action star Dolph Lundgren's house and tied up his wife. When the robbers saw a picture of Dolph, however, and realized whose house they were in, they ran away.
12.
The Gerald Deary letter is an 8,000-word document that Australian bank robber Ned Kelly made his accomplices give to a bank teller that they were robbing. In the paper, he justified his life of crime.
11.
NBA player Lou Williams was held up at gunpoint until his would-be attacker realized who he was. After a short conversation, Lou took the attacker out for ice cream.
10.
While out hunting, President Teddy Roosevelt's raft was stolen. In spite of the icy conditions, Teddy and his buddies built a makeshift raft, sailed down the river, and after 3 days, they caught the thieves.
9.
When Robert Horsley tried to break into the home of a 95-year-old woman, she began to repeatedly stab his hands through the door with a screwdriver. Eventually, Robert was found on the front porch passed out from the loss of blood.
8.
In 2005, a thief broke into the home of William Ellis Green, an Australian cartoonist. William managed to sketch an accurate picture of the thief, which led to his immediate capture.
7.
When Jenner Sanders, 18, swiped the purse of an elderly woman in Chicago, she chased him for over a mile, cornered him in an alley, and gave him a Bible lesson about not stealing.
6.
In 1994, a robber gave himself up to a squad of police officers that had surrounded the store he was robbing. Moments later, he realized they were just extras on the set of a movie, The Professional.
5.
In 1995, MacArthur Wheeler robbed a store with lemon juice on his face. He thought that since lemon juice can be used for invisible ink, it would make his face invisible to the cameras. Wow.
4.
In 2010, 3 robbers broke into a Central Florida home thinking they had found cocaine. It turned out they were snorting the ashes of a man and his dogs.
3.
The New York blackout in 1977 was apparently a critical day in the world of hip-hop. During the blackout, lots of DJ equipment was stolen, which led to hundreds of new DJs.
2.
In 2006, magician David Copperfield tricked some would-be robbers into believing that he wasn't carrying anything, although he had his wallet, phone, and passport.
1.
In 2006, a couple of thieves tried to steal a koala from Rockhampton Zoo in Australia. They changed their minds, however, and opted to steal a crocodile instead after the koala proved to be too vicious. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 2 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.